Good evening. Today I am going to show you how to brew a cup of tea in a Moka pot. Nowadays this Moka pot is gaining a lot of interest amongst coffee lovers, and most videos you will find on YouTube are how to make South Indian coffee, filter coffee on a Moka pot. When you start using a word or a concept like a Moka pot, it would be of interest to know what actually a Moka pot is. So let's ask Google, hey Google, what is a Moka pot?
According to Wikipedia, the Moka pot is a stovetop or electric coffee maker that brews coffee by passing hot water driven by vapor pressure through ground coffee. Named after the Yemeni city of Mocha, it was invented by Italian engineer Luigi Di Ponte in 1933, who sold the patent to Alfonso Bialetti, an aluminum vendor.
So the word Mocha denotes a Yemeni city. It was invented by an Italian in the year 1933. It has got the name of Moka pot, and it is meant for making coffee primarily. That is, it's a percolator which acts by driving steam from water through coffee powder. You will not find the mention of tea in that. Well, I wanted to try how to make tea in this percolator. It's basically a percolator and it should work. So, but we have to know what are the differences between tea and coffee, and then we will be successful in getting a nice cup of tea. In an earlier video, I had shown how to brew coffee in a Moka pot. So just for your recollection, this is coffee powder, and you can see that it is ground. But the consistency of the grind depends on the type of utensil in which you are going to make coffee. For Moka pot, it has to be medium ground. But when you take tea, tea is a more coarser product. These are tea leaves. I am not using tea dust. These are tea leaves. So the water would tend to percolate easily. We would easily go through the pores of this tea, and then you will not get a flavor. So if you are using big tea leaves, then it is better to grind those big tea leaves to get a consistency like powdery. But I'm not certain how it is going to turn out. So we are going to try to make more tea and slow down the process of percolation by using a filter paper over the tea. This is the collection jar in which one places coffee. I placed coffee yesterday, and into this I am going to add some tea. So I have got tea leaves here. This is Adrak Ilaichi tea. So I've added tea to about 3 cups. I'm not adding tea until the brim. Then I've cut out filter paper. This is a conical filter paper which comes with the coffee maker. Since I'm not using a coffee maker nowadays, those filter papers are there. I take this filter paper, place it on top of the tea leaves, and this is the container which is placed over the induction stove or a gas stove. Today I'm going to do it on the induction stove, and I'm going to brew the tea on this Philips induction stove. I take water in a tumbler and pour it into this container below the level of this safety valve. You can see the inside of the safety valve over here. The water should be below that. So the water is below the level of the safety valve. Then I take this tea containing the container, put it inside this, and thread the top percolator on to the bottom one, and now it's one unit. Close the lid place it gently over the induction stove. When you're using an induction stove, remember that the induction stove is basically a magnet which is energized by 220 volts of electricity. The magnet then transmits its magnetic current to this utensil, which is a induction stove safe utensil. On the top of the stove, this is a glass sheet. So when you place utensils over it, you have to be careful that you don't crack the glass sheet. So now it is connected. I am going to switch on the power. Power is there. And then there is a preset for boiling water and milk. So I am going to touch that, press that preset. Now it's at the lowest. So while that is happening, I've got milk here in this. This is milk in a cup, microwave safe cup. I'm going to place it in the microwave oven. Choose microwave for 1 minute. Now milk is also simultaneously being boiled. I have to keep an eye on both these things. So while I was getting things ready, tea is already brewed into this cup over here from the top pours. From there, so that's milk is heated up. Switch off both devices. We have milk here and brewed tea here. Pour the tea into this glass of milk and see how it turns out. I will add 2 teaspoons of erythritol. So this is the brewed tea. It's good. Okay, so you can make tea in this. The lessons I learned are that the tea leaf should be finely ground so that the water from the bottom chamber will pass with little bit more difficulty through the finely ground tea leaves. And then it is also good to use a filter. The advantage of a mocha pot is that it doesn't take much time, and if you want to boil milk simultaneously in the microwave and set the mocha pot on the induction stove, it can be made within 1 or 2 minutes and you have a cup of tea ready. In a previous video, I've shown how to make South Indian filter coffee. You can see this video linked up here. If you want to see more videos like these, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in a further video. Cheers.